past 2 years, the Stark Varg has been the pinnacle of electric dirt bikes. It makes insane power, it competes with full-size gas bikes, and pretty much every new high-powered e-moto gets compared to it. But there's just one problem. The Stark cost a shit ton of money. And this bike claims to give you a similar experience for less than half the price. So today, we're gonna be unboxing this thing, testing it out, and seeing if it's actually a budget Stark Varg, or if it's just another bike competing with the Ultra B. This was easily one of the biggest bike boxes that I've ever had delivered, mainly because the Surge V comes almost completely assembled. But despite being around the size of an Ultra B, yvolt claims it produces up to 35 kilowatts, or roughly 48 horsepower. It also has a 96 volt 45 amp hour battery, giving it plenty of range. So at least on paper, this thing sits somewhere between an Ultra B and a Stark Varg. All right, so before we actually assemble this thing, there's a couple boxes right here that I want to check out. All right, so the first one, we got the charger, of course. This is a 96 volt 15 amp hour charger. It's got the yvolt branding all over there. Nice little carrying handle too. And then we still got 2 more boxes. I've heard this toolkit is supposed to be extremely fancy. Oh my goodness. Look at that. No freaking way. We got the peg in here, a full-on torque wrench, the yvolt branding, every little torque setting on there, all the different socket sizes for doing any sort of bike work on this thing, motor oil, even a little pocket, look at that, for some zip ties. This is exactly the kind of thing that comes with the Stark. So yeah, you can definitely start seeing why this thing is gonna get compared to the Varg. This is like some 5-star experience, dude. Oh my goodness. You get a spare key right there, a bracelet. Oh, we're gonna be iced out on the bike too. Oh, and I didn't even notice, there's also an RFID key card. This is some high-tech futuristic stuff. But yeah, you can definitely see we got some very high-end, expensive stuff coming with this bike. Feels like a very luxurious unboxing experience and a very luxurious bike. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else left to say. So let's start building this thing. Once everything was out of the box, getting the bike assembled was surprisingly easy because everything pretty much comes pre-assembled. All I really needed to do was mount the handlebars and install the remaining foot peg. The peg assembly was already put together, so you don't even have to fight with like the little spring or any little small hardware, which is so nice that you don't have to deal with it. After that, all I had to do was remove all the ratchet straps holding the bike down, and then we could just pull the bike out and put it on the stand. So this thing is pretty much completely assembled. It basically took like 10 minutes to get it all together. Since the box was so big, that meant everything could already be completely assembled, which is super nice because I'm not trying to spend all that time building up my bike. I just want to go ride it. But before we can actually take this thing out, I forgot to mention one thing. yvolt also sent me some supermotos. So we're first going to be putting these supermotos on, testing it in the street, and then later we're going to be taking it to some dirt trails and testing it out in the dirt. The wheels unfortunately didn't come with their own rotors or sprocket, so we had to transfer everything over from the dirt setup. This isn't a big deal or anything, just it takes a little bit more time. I couldn't find any of the official torque specifications for any of the bolts here, so I used the same values that I normally run on my Ultra B, around 12 newton meters for the brake rotors and then 25 for the rear sprocket. And then once the wheels were reinstalled, all I had to do was, adjust all my brake levers and make sure the bars were right for me. And just like that, the bike is done. Now, it's definitely a size down from the Stark, but there are a lot of similarities that I wanted to point out. All right, so of course the design is a lot different than the Stark, but I feel like they still took some of the design language from the Stark onto the yvolt. All of these white plastics. The headlight over here looks a lot like the Varg EX, as you can see on screen right here, compared to this. You've got massive Lewis brakes that were made in collaboration with yvolt, and I'm sure these are gonna stop the bike super well. Full-on dirt bike suspension, so this is super nice fastbase in the front and the rear. This is nothing like what comes on the Ultra B stock. It definitely has a presence of a Stark, like a really long wheelbase, full-size e-moto, and I'm very interested to see how this thing stacks up to the Varg. Oh, and I almost forgot, we got a special guest for today's ride.
Hey guys, I'm Nax.
Nax is my uncle, and if you guys are OG, you'll remember that he was in one of my first ever videos when we went mountain biking out in Belgium. He's here for a little vacation, so today we're gonna be testing out the yvolt, and then he's gonna be bringing my Ultra B. So yeah, let's go test this thing out. Now, of course, I threw the supermoto set on. It also comes with the dirt set. We're first gonna be testing it out on the street with the supermotos, and then we're gonna go take it to some dirt trails to see if this is actually a budget Stark. Now, it does come with a bunch of different key options. I wanna use the NFC because this is something completely different. I haven't used one of these on a bike before. So let's see.
We should tap it right there, and yep, screen turns on, and then we could just put this in your pocket, you know? To get it going, we just click this button right here. There we go, we're in eco mode. There's 3 different power modes. We're gonna try them all out, of course. But yeah, we're gonna start in eco and see how this thing goes. All right, so yeah, he's pretty comfortable on a bike. He's ridden some of my other ones before, but yeah, yvolt. This is actually super sick. When I sat on it, I instantly felt at home. This thing is super comfortable. It's really similar to the Ultra V. Super similar seating position and all that, but it's just slightly bigger, you know? It's approaching the Stark size, but not quite there. So we're starting off in mode 1, of course. That's the eco mode. And I just want to kind of feel how powerful this thing is gonna be. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's climbing already, dude. Holy crap. So this is a 35 kilowatt bike or 48 horsepower, basically 50, you know? Versus my Ultra right now is hovering around 30. So this definitely has a substantial amount more power compared to that bike. There's a little bit of traffic over here. Once it clears up, we're gonna bump it into the higher modes and see how the bike feels. Right now, these brakes, very surprising. I'm really liking them. The Lewis brakes, never had these on a bike before. I know they make mountain bike brakes, and now they're starting to make e-moto brakes. These feel really nice. They don't lock up like the Ultra V. You definitely pull in the lever, but it slows you down. It's not an instant click like the Ultra. No, this bike feels very comfortable. That's when I think it's honestly more comfortable than the Ultra, and I haven't done any sort of mods to the riser bars or anything like that. It's super comfortable. Of course, I'm a taller rider. I'm like over 6 foot, so that is gonna play a little bit of factor, of course, into the comfort of the bike. Oh yeah! Oh my, that's insane. Dude, that's crazy. And that's not even the highest power mode. This already feels more powerful than my Ultra V. Oh, I also forgot, we're blinged up right now. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, but we got the yvolt chain that was in the box. You might want to bump it up 1 mode. You get a little bit more speed. Yeah. So yeah, my uncle's here for a couple weeks. Today we're gonna be going to a barbecue spot because I want to show him some authentic American food, the real Seattle food experience. Seattle's got some of the best food culture. So yeah, I want to show him around. Yo, he's cutting up on the bike, bro. All right, now I'm gonna bump it up to sport mode. We're gonna be doing a top speed test later in the video, but let's just kind of see how this thing pulls in sport mode. Oh, we're gonna have a straightaway here. Oh my goodness. Dude, it like wants to pick up the front wheel. It wants to pop that up instantly. I'm gonna bump it back down, dude. What do you think about the look of the bike?
I think it looks really cool. It's like so slick. It looks like a stormtrooper. It's got
like a space bike. Yeah, exactly. There's basically these light bars right here inside the frame. It really makes this bike a like super space vibe, very futuristic as well. This is hands down the most powerful bike that I've ever reviewed, and probably that I've gotten my hands on before. I've ridden a Stark one time. That was a couple months ago. It was a 60 horsepower Stark. That thing is crazy powerful, but it is very, very big. I think bikes like the yvolt and the Ultra V are like a much better size for day-to-day riding. The Stark is definitely a very big bike, so much power, but I almost think it's too big for doing a lot of stuff. I gotta tell him to take it slow on the grates here. Watch out, it's pretty sketchy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and then these brakes also have the full back levers. I completely forgot about that. But that's super sick. If you drop the bike, the brakes aren't gonna get damaged or anything. It's got these bar ends. I love bar ends on bikes. These also look super clean. I love the little yvolt grips on there. It's just a very clean looking cockpit. Super just nice. Just like very nice, premium looking. It's a premium price tag, of course, but it's got a premium unboxing experience, premium controls, quality, just everything else is a very nice bike. You pay more, you get more, you know? Here's where we can open it up a little bit. Woo! Woo-hoo! This one, they claim like 70 miles an hour on this. So, exactly. It looks good on you too.
Yeah?
You got like a good fit on today.
And then this feels like more like really like a real proper bike.
There's a big festival going on right now. Like, look at all that. Look how many people are in there, dude. There's like, this is the most like bustling, busy Seattle's ever gonna be. So now's like the coolest time to come visit. Dude, I like the suspension on this. It's very, very nice. Like I'm super interested to also try it on the dirt, but it's still really stiff where it's like actually not just gonna instantly bottom out. It's in a bunch of movies and everything, so it's like pretty famous, but it's a fish market. Like that's mainly what it started it as.
Yeah.
One of the first Starbucks is in here. I think it's either the first or the second. There's also this in there, there's this gum wall where like people put all their gum on it and like interesting, but kind of cool. Oh, it wouldn't park, just like a Stark. And you know, I like these pegs too. You can see these are basically like the Amazon pegs that you get for like the Light Bees and the Ultra Bees. So they are a lot better than like the ones that come stock on most bikes. Nothing here is like needs to be instantly upgraded. Like I haven't really noticed anything like that where it's like, oh yeah, I gotta swap those out. We're gonna get Max's opinion on the yvolt. They fit pretty similar. So like if you're comfortable on an Ultra, you'll be comfortable on a yvolt. The bars are a lot taller on this one. Oh, here, click the red button. Click the red button. Oh! Dude, you saved it though. No, if you click the red button, I think at the same time, I think after like a minute, it goes into park.
Okay.
Woo! Let's go. Okay, we're pulling up to the barbecue spot right now, showing some authentic Seattle food. Let's go, come on. On that one, I gotta like tap the NFC card. Here, let's see. And there we go.
Coming.
Oh, let me grab my key. This is a new experience here. There we go. Yvolt turns on. I think now we gotta go take this thing, do a little top speed test. I'm gonna say what's up to this guy. What's up? How's it going, dude?
What is that?
It's called a yvolt, yeah. Yeah, it's sick. It's kind of like what people call a mini Stark almost. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, how much are those going for?
This one's 6,200.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Ours are like 12.
Yeah. All right, we are at our closed course right here. You can see we got the GPS pulled up and we've already hit 60 miles an hour. Of course, we got to see how fast it can actually go. We are on the closed course, my favorite place to be at. Let's go. 50, 60, 67, 73. Yo! Oh, crazy fast. Here, let's see how fast that actually was. 74 miles an hour. Of course though, we did our little street test. No dirt bike test would really be complete without actually riding it on the dirt. So we're gonna head back home for today, and tomorrow we're gonna head out and see how the yvolt does on the dirt.
The yvolt with the supermotos rode great on the street, but now it's time we swap over to the dirt setup. This bike is supposed to be competing with bikes like the Ultra Bee and the Stark, so of course we also have to see how it does on the dirt. The process for this was really straightforward. I mean, it's basically the exact same thing that we did with the supermotos. So yeah, we're swapping over the brake rotors and the sprocket back onto the dirt wheels, and then, you know, reinstalling everything, making sure it's torqued down properly, you know, all that good stuff. The swap would have been even quicker though if we had like a second set of rotors and another sprocket. I personally have this with my Ultra Bee, so it makes it as easy as possible to just swap between both wheel sets. This isn't a huge deal or anything, and if you do find that you want to swap between the two, you can just get another set. And yeah, like I said before, it really did not take that long. And yeah, now the yvolt was finally ready to hit the dirt. All right, we got the dirt tires on. Of course, the street was super fun, but now we got to test the yvolt out in the dirt. We're here at a new spot. I've never been here before. I got the boots on. We got the full moto gear from JT. And yeah, let's go check this place out.
Putting the gloves on too, you know, gotta be safe. Let's go. We're starting off in eco and we'll go from there. Let's get it. Dirt test with the yvolt. I'm actually so hyped, dude. And I've seen a couple of videos of this place. It looks super cool. So it should be the perfect place to test this thing out. It's dusty though, dude. Thank goodness I'm wearing the goggles. Oh my goodness. Yo, these are some nice berms, dude. We gotta get used to this thing. But damn, it's dusty, bruh. We're checking them all out first. This is a big ass track. Holy crap. The brakes are so nice. Oh my goodness, I can't see a thing. Oh my goodness. We're not even in sport yet, dude. Oh my goodness, wait, I'm actually so lost. This is actually so fun. Oh my goodness, because I never really get to ride dirt. Yo! Dude, that was sick. This thing is actually so dirty now. That sport mode, I think we're saving, it's a lot of power to handle, but I think I'm low-key ready. Yo! Oh, dude. Yeah. And everything's fine. That's crazy. That's insane. Oh, I couldn't even see. I think it could have used a slightly meatier front tire, but brakes are really solid. The power package feels really good. Dude, you gapped me on the Stark Varg. That's crazy. You're really fast, dude. Shout out my man Kyler, by the way. He runs a little powder coating business, and he also is a ripper showing us around today. Like, oh my gosh, it rips, dude. 35 kilowatts is way too much power for a basically beginner rider, because I am nowhere near even an intermediate experience. Alrighty, now we're off to find some more trails that Kyler told us about, so I guess we're gonna go try to find them. Yeah. Do you wanna do a little race on this? Oh, it's close though! You just wanna go up that? You think you got it? I'm gonna give it a go when there's like less cars. Oh, that was kind of, but we got it up. Yeah. Oh, you just roosted me. Where are we? This is like so picturesque though, with the blue sky. Near Stark power, near 60 horsepower Stark power at half the price. This is yvolt price, this is Stark price. Both come with a super premium toolkit, a really nice like unboxing experience, very premium bikes. The yvolt also comes with supermotos, which the Stark doesn't, so I think that's a win. And yeah, back at the car, dude. Let's go. Oh, this is genuinely such a sick bike. I think I wasn't sure about it, you know, at first, like the design and how it was going to do in the dirt. I think the dirt really speaks to more how good a bike is rather than the street riding, because that's where you're really pushing it and really, you know, giving it all it's got. I also like, I didn't mention these before, but there's these grab handles on here, which is awesome for like picking up the bike, moving it around, or maybe you got somebody on the back and they can just hold them right there. But yeah, this is hands down the best bike that I've ever reviewed. Big shout out to Henrik for coming along with us today. Of course, you got to try out his new Lightby build in the dirt for the first time. Such a sick build. I'm super happy with how it turned out. But yeah, if you want to pick up a yvolt, you can use the links down in the description and of course the code ZEEKSTER. I mean, it is an expensive bike, but absolutely great value. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!